Happy Sunday to you. Just a reminder that Monday the market is closed for President's Day. I have my Twitter up here. I have it on the night mode. I love this because I just got a notification that I've been on Twitter for 3 years. And it brings me back very motivationally to how it all began for me. You know, first I found Timothy Sykes. I started studying online, and it was because of him that I opened up a Twitter account. And I thought, oh, Airplane Jane. I've been working in aviation, so let me go ahead and just, you know, do something catchy that rhymes with my name. So I did Airplane Jane, and little did I know that it would explode into me helping so many people and helping people along their journey. Just like I had Timothy Sykes in my journey, I saw Tim Gertani's success, and now there's Stephen Ducks. You know, there are these people that when you put in the time, you can make it happen. And after, you know, Twitter, then I started going with my blog right here, cjanetrade.com. And I have a lot of tips here, the trading tools that I use, books to read. Sorry, my little one's up from her nap. You know, my trading rules, all that sort of stuff, as well as the trading summit. That's the next step that I have in helping people, is really trying to bring people together face to face so you guys can ask questions and we can answer them from experienced traders. Over 40 years of trading experience in the room for one day, and you get to ask these people questions. We're going to have panels. So you can read up about the traders that are going to be speaking, and you can see what their specialty is. Not everyone trades the same. It's all about finding your own niche. And really, I had a good friend of mine who's going through that, well, I'm not sure if my 9-to-5 job is really going to be secure. I think I might be losing it. And you know what? If you're not happy in your 9-to-5 job, in my opinion, you know, you can do whatever you want. But if you're not happy day to day, to me, life is all about happiness, and it's taking those steps today to get to that happy life where you are loving life when you wake up every day. You love what you do. I absolutely love trading. I have a passion for it. And so sharing my passion is really, really easy, and I really want to see other people succeed in it as well. It's not easy. You do have to work hard. You have to study the market. You have to put in the time to make the success happen. But it's like any career move. You are not going to be a specialist at weight training the first day you go to a gym for a New Year's resolution. You're not going to lose the weight overnight. It happens over time. So you have to remember that if you want to get into trading, it's going to take time. Or if you want to be able to work from anywhere in the world, whether it be from trading or not, you know, whatever you end up doing, it's going to take time to get to that career move that you become passionate about. So definitely start today. Don't wait for tomorrow. If you want to get into trading, start studying. You know, if you want to start helping people, if you want to be a personal trainer, start studying. Do what makes you happy in life, because you live each day, day by day, in the now. Don't worry about yesterday. You know, you can plan for the future the best way that you can, but enjoy the moment right now. That's what life is about, in my opinion. And I really have found a passion, and I'm so thankful and so happy. I wake up every day. I'm able to work, you know, 2.5 hours max, or more or less, whatever I want, or take a mommy day. Like on Friday, my little one had an ear infection, so I had to take care of her. Sometimes you'll see I will post my trades on Profitly this week. I did have a loss this week that was pretty big, and it's because I had personal life get in the way. I stepped away from the market. I didn't protect myself. I didn't have a stop. And then I held it thinking, okay, well, potentially this is going to drop, so I'm going to hold on to it and see if it does correct, if the market does tank down a bit more. And the result was, no, it didn't. I ended up being a bag holder this week, and I took a loss, you know. But I know exactly what I did wrong, and I didn't cut it, and that's my own issue. I should have protected myself. I should have, when I walked away from the market, should have gone ahead and cut the loss. So, you know, I'm there. I make mistakes too. I'm not a perfect trader. I don't think there is a perfect trader. It's about aspiring to be a better trader every day. Now let's go ahead and get into the week in review. I'll show you my SPY chart here. So this is an older photo. You can see we have it on the 9th of February. So it did rebound, obviously, and we had the bottom of 252.92. And it's rebound up. Now, it did close between 270 and 275, which were the initial support levels that we were looking to be broken before the big downturn. So if it can break and hold above the 275 channel, I think we're definitely in a confirmed upward momentum. If it does drop back down below 270, that's the level for me that it's just a bounce and we might be more into a bearish market. And then I'd watch for confirmation again off of 252. So I'm not headstrong and bullish right at the moment, but I would say it looks like we're in a reversal mode, but we'll let the market decide. You know, we'll see what this shorter trading week has in store for us, and we'll go from there. Getting into my watch list, as you guys know, I am always, I'm not a professional licensed financial advisor. These are all my opinions. So definitely do your own due diligence and trade with proper risk management and do the research and study. This is a trading tool that I like to help you guys. If you guys ever have any questions that you want me to try to address during the video, shoot them over to carpeprofit@gmail.com or put it in the comments below and I will try to address it in a video for you guys. So getting into the week, AQMS. We have Aqua Metals. If you guys don't already know, this is tradingview.com. It's one of the sponsors for the Modern Trader Summit. And if you haven't gone to the website, definitely check it out. Seats are really starting to sell and it's amazing. I'm so happy and thankful to be able to share in person and inspire more people. So as always, I go to the daily chart to see where the stock is on the daily chart. And then I back it out to the 15-minute chart because I like to see that. It's got a pretty clear trend to it. So you saw on the daily chart, it looks like it's going in an upward momentum. And it looks like if we can break Friday's high 305, look for the next level of resistance of 324 and a support of 282. And on the yearly chart, we've got it curling up off of the bottom. So it could be a good potential long. It does look like on the RSI, it's in close to being overbought territory. I really like it because it has 16 points. Sorry about that. My little one was rolling around on a beach ball and bumped her head, so she was a little fussy. Okay, next on the long list, we have COWN. So we are on the yearly chart here. You can see this green line is the 200-day moving average. I'm not really a huge 200-day moving average person, but you can definitely tell that the market does react to that. So if other people are using it, I just use it as a guideline, but not a definite definition of what I'm going to do. So here we have COWN. It looks like it had two massive up days, and we back it out to the 15-minute chart. And here we've got 14.35 as a support level, 1480. And when you did see it on that daily chart, it looks like the 200-day moving average right here, it'll actually show up on the left, if you can see it over there, 15.24. So after 1480, 15.24, and then I'd say, you know, up to the top of the candle here, 16.2 for next level of resistance, and then it would be in an upward trend overall. This one does have 29 million in the float and 52.5% short float volume on Friday. Beauty of kids, they're so resilient, right? So we have SNCR as the next one on the list. Our yearly chart here, it did find a bottom around 665 with the market, came up, gapped up on Friday. It did pull back a little bit from the open, but I do like it because it has 33 million in the float and it was 56.44% short float volume on Friday. We do have, these are the levels that I would be looking at, okay? 882 for support, 920 for first level of resistance, then 965 with this pre-market, or that's post-market activity actually right there. And then the top of 1024. So if it does break out here at 920, look for top level of resistance of 1024. Above that, it looks like it could really head on up to 1150 and then the next test of roughly 1250. Next one on the long list, KMPR, which is Kemper Corp. So Kemper, it looks like, did touch that 200-day moving average on Wednesday. Thursday, it tested again, and then Friday shot up. So it looks like it could be, you can see the upward trend overall of the stock, tested the 200-day moving average. Dividends, I love this software. So dividends on the 16th of 24 cents. So that was on Friday. So we might see it pull back a little bit on Monday before it continues up. It does look like, I said on the daily chart, next level up above 59 would be 60, then 62, and then slowly progress on up. On our 15-minute chart, you can see Friday was pretty much up all day, and I would say look for a support level of 57.60, resistance of $59. Last on our list, you guys have heard me talk about this one before, Wayfair. Wayfair, last week I put it on as a potential swing trade down here once it broke out 91. Look at that, up $7, almost 10% on the stock. $9 would have been 10%, $9.10 to be exact. But so I would definitely watch it. It's been slowly testing up here. You know, it could be a potential short if it can't break this 98.75 level. Otherwise, that $100 mark, once it breaks $100, it could easily run up from there, because many times you'll see that that $100 mark is a big, big mental resistance, and it could touch it and pull back from there, or it could touch it and break it and then really surge. So look for a support level of 97.36, resistance of 98.75. And W does have 53 million in the float and 50.76 short float volume on Friday. I think I forgot to tell you on KMPR, it does have 48 million in the float and 62.48% short float volume on Friday. And not sure if I told you SNCR, 33 million in the float and 56.44% short float volume on Friday. Now we'll get into our shorts for the week ahead. So we have Anet. Massive, massive sell here. This one happened just after the market. I think it's really a lot of market manipulation going on with this stock at the moment, personally, because typically when you see a stock go from its high down 20% to the 80% mark, which on this one, it was 311.67 is the high of the year. You pull it back 20%, and that brings you down to 253.11. Now, if it drops and it closes below that mark, typically you're going to start seeing the mutual funds sell it off, and you're going to see more of a dramatic move that next day as well. So I'm definitely short biased on this. I would say the low of the after hours was 245. Look at that as support to be broken, and 250.34 as resistance to be broken. But like I said, let's pull it back on the 1-year chart. It's been upward trending beautifully, and now it had a pullback. It did close below that 80% value overall for the year. So I think we're going to see a couple more days of downward movement before we see a resurgence. It did have positive news, and they're talking about a buyout. So I think it is a value stock that is being corrected at the moment by the market, and it will resurge. But for the moment, it's definitely a short in my opinion. And Anet does have 48 million in the float. Next one on the short list is R. We have Rider Systems. So Rider Systems had a big drop on Friday, opened at high of 81.97 and pulled back for a low of 76.43, closed at the low of the day, which is going to be pretty good indication that the momentum is going to continue downward in that trend. Here's the actual day, surged up just before lunch and then pulled back. Going into a holiday weekend, being down, my opinion, it's going to gap down on Monday. 76.41 for support and 76.88 for the resistance to be broken. Next one on the list is VFC Corp. So we did have a massive drop down to a new support level pre-market on Friday of 72.51. So I would look for initial support of 74.31 and then down to 72.51 and potentially below that. Resistance level of 75.78. We'll look at it on a yearly chart, and you can see it hit new highs and then boom, pulled back massively. Next one on our list, ARMO. Now ARMO, if you are going to trade this to the short side, please be extra cautious. This is like Roku. It's looking way overextended to me here. It looks kind of like the Bitcoin chart, if you saw that or you trade cryptos at all. It came here, had an IPO, pulled back, surged, broke out, came up here, pulled back a little bit, and then surged up again. New support level, came down, broke out, up here. So I think it's going to be in that downward movement shortly. Now, the reason why I say be extra cautious, it has 15.14 million in the float. So if you are able to get shares, please be careful, because if people start buying, then you're going to have the shorts and you're going to have the new buyers coming in. So it could easily surge and squeeze you. So the lower floats, I really like more on the short squeeze size for long. You can hear my little one doing kisses. That's a new talent that she just learned. So for ARMO, I would look for a support level of 53.37 and a resistance of 56.40. Last one on my short list for shorting would be Shaw Communications, SJR. I would look at a support of 1993 or 1992, which you can see is a new 52-week low. Typically, when I see a stock hitting a new 52-week low, I see that it does tend to have sell-offs for the next 2 to 3 days, potentially a month, depending on what the market decides. She's tickling my toes now. So here we have the 1-year chart, daily chart. You can see, hey, it broke that 200 and it just kept on moving downwards. And we've got new support level. Let's go back to the 5-year chart and check it out. You can see here, might even go to 19, test that, and then bounce, or it could continue on down here, 1840, on down 1771. I always like to look back further than just the 1-year chart because others are doing the same thing, and computers are just going to look at levels, past support for levels for the algorithmic trading. So that's it. I do have some long-term swing trades to keep on watch potentially of MTDR, XYL, and IWSY. So as always, guys, like and subscribe to my videos if you guys like this content, and definitely check out my blog, cjandtrade.com, and I'd love to see and meet you in person at the Modern Traders Summit and help you in person and answer all the questions you have. Carpe profit, seize those profits one day at a time, and have a great week ahead.